So, I was at home. Another year had come and gone, and I was at home alone again, by myself. I should back up a moment and tell you that I did have a relationship. I was in love once, and it lasted 8 years. She was tall, skinny, and I was in love. At least I thought I was. But after all the lies, cheating, and I fell out of love. It had to end. But in doing that, those 8 years, I took one wonderful memory with me. Some bad black Timberland boots. Oh my God. I am a sucker for Timberland boots. I mean, it's nothing like a dyke in Timberland boots. You ain't even got to be a dyke. Just got some Timberland boots on. But I digress. So, it had to come to an end. So, I parted. And I didn't date for 10 years because it just left me so untrustful of people. You know, I just couldn't be in one. So, but now, it was my 60th birthday. And I said, I'm gonna go get me some. I'm ready. I just knew the worst was behind me, and I was ready to step into the future. Because I was 60 and sexy. So, I got this invitation to a New Year's Day party. And so I said, well, I'm gonna go. And this time I'm gonna go with a new attitude. You know, I'm gonna go out there, you know, because I'm that bitch, I'm Miss Chocolate. Okay? So I went in my closet, talked to my family of shoes, you know, they all got names. And I said, okay, which one of you divas are gonna strut with me today into the new year? I finally settled on some red bottom, thigh high, black shiny boots. Yeah, they was all that. And the theme of the party was wear red, you know, so I put on my little off the shoulder red sweater. It's black tight jeans, you know, I had my tatas up here, you know, because that's my best asset. And so I wanted them at full attention. And so I beat my face, I put on my most luscious red lipstick, I grabbed one of my many mink coats down to the floor, and I sashayed away. I'm going to the party. So I get to the party, and I was a little apprehensive because it seemed like everybody had somebody to talk to and be with but me. You know, I hadn't been out there in a long time. So I was a little nervous. And then it happened. I felt someone touch me on my shoulder, you know, and I turned around, and she was about this high. You know, she had on a little red sweater. She had on black jeans. And when I looked down, oh my God! She had on Timberland boots. My head exploded. It exploded. So she asked me, she said, you want to dance? So I must have said yes, because next thing I knew, I was moving. I was moving. I was sexy. I was 60 and sexy. So I kept dancing and turning around and all this stuff. So at one point, I turned around, and she was on her cell phone. Okay. So I went, what the fuck? Okay, so As I get ready to walk away, she touched me softly on my shoulder and went, "No, beautiful, don't move. Keep dancing." Insert head exploding right here, okay? Because now, honey, I just went back to moving. I felt sexy. I was alive. I was dancing. I was 60 and sexy, okay? So as the party came to an end, she found me and came over and asked for my number, and she gave me hers. So I went home feeling really nice and stuff and just looking forward to the new year. So now I'm at home and I'm fantasizing about the first date. And I'm fantasizing about her coming over and her sexy redness and, bringing me flowers, opening up the door and all of that. Well, all I kept hearing was this honking of the horn. I was like, what the fuck? She's downstairs honking the horn. I was like, dates don't bring flowers anymore? People don't open doors anymore, I was confused and disappointed, but I went on a date anyway. So we go to Remington. You remember that? Okay. So we go to Remington's. She's in this little drag king show, looking all sexy in her little man suit and stuff. And, and people looked up when we came in and stuff and all of that, and was probably surprised that I was with her and she was with me. And so she did her little show, so she brought me home. And on our way home, we started chatting about the evening. And she was telling me how people that we knew were wondering how she got me, because I'm that bitch. I'm Miss Chocolate. Okay. So she probably got like 100 points that night walking in with me. So we kissed at the door, had a good time. So I go in the house thinking, okay, the next dates and stuff was gonna be really nice, but they didn't come, By the way, she was a little short, chocolate-covered peanut, but I was Miss Chocolate White, yeah. Just want to throw that in there. So I'm sitting waiting now, because we're talking on the phone, and I'm waiting for dates. I'm calling her, and I'm fixing dinner, and she doesn't show up. She stood me up like 3 times for dinner, right? Okay. So I'm going, why am I tolerating being stood up? Why am I putting up with this? I didn't know I was that thirsty, that lonely, but I knew I wanted her to like me. And at some point, I was just like, I would do anything for her to like me. I didn't know who this girl was. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna fix dinner one more time. So I called her up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna fix dinner, I'm gonna set it out again, and and all of this. But this time, I was gonna break my 90-day no coochie rule. I was gonna give up the coochie. So she said yes, she was gonna come over, so I put my Victoria's Secret on, my Chanel number 5, did all that, shit, showered and shaved, I did all that. So she showed up. She came over, and we had a nice dinner and everything, and then I rocked her world. So now, in the afterglow, I get up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get us some champagne, some wine and stuff. And so when I come back I put my silk robe on. So when I come back to the bedroom, she has her clothes on. So I was like, what the fuck? So it was like, what is this? It's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. She was just gonna roll out. So I felt, confused, disappointed, and just didn't know what to do with myself. So we never had another date again. We just talked on the phone a lot. We talked on the phone almost every day, every other day. And, I thought it was a good match, that, she was a performer, I was a performer, she dressed well, I dressed well. I thought it was jackpot for both of us. Not. So one Sunday, I got a text from her. And I'm looking at my text, and the text read, "Bitch, stay the fuck away from me. You betrayed me. I don't want to have nothing else to do with your ass." So I look at the text and I go, what the fuck? So I was like, what did I do? Why did I betray you? What happened? What? So now I'm sitting here as I'm looking at this text, I finally get angry. And I thought about all the other bullshit she had done. You done stood me up 3 times. You have not shown up. You didn't bring me flowers. You didn't open the door. And you ran out after getting this coochie? So then I text back, fuck you. Stay the fuck away from me. Don't ever come around me no more. You don't dump me, bitch. I dump you. I'm the dumper. Okay? And then I got dressed and went to church. So after leaving church, I was feeling all good and stuff, because now I got the Holy Ghost, I've been prayed on and stuff. So I leave church, and I come home. I do a little chores, and I come home. So as I'm winding down, drinking my glass of wine and all, because Jesus said I could have some. So I'm feeling good. It's Sunday. So I hear a knock on my door. So I look through the peephole, and it's her. So I open up the door. What the fuck you doing here? Didn't I tell you to go to hell? So then I felt her Timberland hit my chest, and she knocked me out. She knocked me on the ground. Her Timberland boot, the one that I fell in love with, was now imprinted on my chest. She kicked me. She dragged me down the hall. She stomped me repeatedly. My screams were heard by my neighbors, and they came running, and she ran away. My neighbors called the police and the ambulance, and I went to the hospital. As I was laying in the hospital bed, in the emergency room, and I was looking at this Timberland boot print on my chest, I finally got angry again. I looked in the mirror and I went, what the fuck? I was like, this does not happen to me. I'm Miss Chocolate. Wake up, bitch. You that bitch. So let me tell you how it ended. She got arrested at the club. She went to jail. She can't go to hell. Me, I am now 65 and sexy. Thank you.
Just say I'm not the maddest bitch you like.